It's past midnight over the River Plate. From the ground, the sky looks ordinary, just darkness, wind, and distant engine noise. But up there, a military aircraft is moving out over the water, not on a routine patrol, not on a training run. And some nights during Argentina's dictatorship, that flight carried people who had already been disappeared, taken from their lives with no public record, no trial, no goodbye. And the water below was chosen for a reason, because the sea doesn't testify. Between 1976 and 1983, Argentina's last military dictatorship ran a system of clandestine detention, torture, and enforced disappearance. Human rights organizations, and later judicial processes, described thousands of people being detained in secret sites. The often cited figure of 30,000 remains a powerful symbol, though exact totals are debated because the system was built to erase records. One of the most notorious sites was ESMA, the Navy School of Mechanics in Buenos Aires, where survivors testified that prisoners were held, tortured, and then transferred, a euphemism widely used at the time for being taken out and killed. ESMA is now a site of memory and has been central to major crimes against humanity trials. Within that machinery of secret, death flights became one of the most chilling methods described. Detainees were drugged or sedated, loaded onto aircraft, and thrown alive into the Atlantic, or the Rio de la Plata, to eliminate bodies and erase evidence. A key turning point came in 1995, when former Argentine Navy officer Adolfo Schillingo publicly confessed to participating in death flights, an admission that helped force the topic into public view and intensify demands for accountability. Later, court proceedings and investigations reconstructed specific flight operations, aircraft, and chains of responsibility, not as folklore, but as prosecutable history. And in some cases, the water failed to keep the secret forever. Bodies washed ashore in late 1977, south of Buenos Aires. Decades later, forensic work and DNA identification linked several of those remains to members of the Mothers of Plaza de Mayo movement and 2 French nuns who had been abducted during the dictatorship. Their identification helped connect disappearance, detention, and transfer to a physical, provable endpoint. Even the aircraft themselves have resurfaced in recent years, including the repatriation of a Skyvan plane tied to death flight investigations, turning an abstract horror into a tangible object people can stand beside and say, this was real. The most brutal part of this story isn't just the method, it's the slow aftermath. Families who never received a body, mothers who marched week after week with photographs because the state had stolen even the proof of death. Survivors who carried the weight of remembering a system designed to make memory impossible. And the stolen children, babies born in captivity and taken into new identities, are a separate tragedy intertwined with the same machinery of erasure. One that human rights groups spent decades undoing name by name. So when people call them death flights, it can sound almost like a dark legend. But the enduring horror is that this wasn't legend. It was logistics carried out by uniforms, schedules, aircraft, and orders. In a world where disappeared was meant to be the final word. And yet, despite everything designed to erase the truth, testimony survived, documents surfaced, forensic science spoke, and the sky, in the end, could not keep the secret as cleanly as it was meant to. Because even when the sea is used as a grave, it doesn't always stay silent forever.